Hello everyone, in this session we're going to talk about the grains. The first one is rice. Rice, sweet and neutral. Sweet and neutral, these are the flavors. Neutral, in this session you will see a lot of descriptions of cold, cool, neutral, warm and hot. So these actually refer to the from temperature point of view. So we use the neutral and the property of cold and hot to understand the ingredients. In general, only the foods that have the neutral flavor or property, we will be able to eat them in every meal. The reason is because if you eat cold or cool food every meal, you're going to go to the one end of too cold. So there is one very typical cuisine that's in Asian foods is sushi. Sushi, as you can see, is raw. It contains raw fish. It contains cold food. So most of them is either raw and cold. And then on the other hand, they give you ginger, wasabi in one cuisine. So ginger and wasabi are hot. So in one meal, you eat something cold, you have something hot. You actually balance. It's very similar if you have put one glass of cold water and one glass of hot water. When you put them together, it becomes neutral, become warm. So this is how to maintain health in one cuisine as well as in one meal. So in each meal, ideally you will have something cold, maybe something hot, or you have everything neutral. So that can benefit your health. So in general, only the neutral nature, the foods and neutral nature you can eat in every meal. Or otherwise you need to combine with the other ingredients, either from seasoning or the way how you process. For example, if you stir fry them, and you can make the ingredients warmer. This rice refers to the Chinese rice or Thai rice. It enters spleen, stomach, and lung meridians. Functions: tonifies the spleen and benefits qi, harmonizes stomach. That's also why for critical diseases or patients with poor appetite, poor digestive function, what we can do for this is we actually cook the rice. You cook the rice porridge. We take the top liquid. So when you cook the porridge, the top liquid, we ask the patient to drink, and those contain these nutrients to tonify the spleen, to tonify the qi. So have the function of these, and also those parts of the rice of the rice porridge is very easy to be digested. So can benefit the stomach and spleen. Especially in critical condition, in kids, it's easier for them to digest. It relieves irritability and thirst. It also can stop diarrhea. Indications: spleen and stomach deficiency, poor appetite, fatigue, irritability, thirst, and or diarrhea. Preparation methods: you can use rice. You can decoct rice. You can make rice porridge, you make a rice cake or rice paste or rice flour, etc. So here give one examples of the cuisine culinary applications. For diarrhea due to spleen deficiency, poor digestion, and poor appetite, you can stir fry 100 grams of rice until it becomes yellow or light brown. So what you're going to do for this is the rice, you put the raw rice, you put 100 grams into your cooker. You don't put anything there, you just heat them up and then stir fry in a dry cooker. You don't put oil, you don't put water, just the raw, just only stir fry the rice, and you're going to stir fry until the rice, the appearance of the rice becomes slightly yellow or light brown, and then you take them out. and afterwards you can add some water to cook them, and then this becomes rice porridge. And this rice porridge can benefit patients suffer from diarrhea or spleen deficiency, poor digestive function, poor appetite. For weak patients with poor appetite and fatigue, you can have 30 grams of dangsen. So dangsen is one type of herbal medicine, can tonify qi. You can prepare 30 grams of dangsen decoction. So you put dangsen, and then you put dangsen and add water and decoct dangsen for 15 to 20 minutes and take the liquid. That's the dangsen decoction. And then you use the dangsen decoction, you add with the rice, 100 grams of rice, and then you cook the rice porridge with the dangsen decoction. So which means you can normally be put rice and water, then you cook your porridge. But here you use dangsen decoction and water and the rice, and then you make the rice porridge. So this can be used for weak patients with poor appetite and people who suffer from fatigue easily. Sticky rice you should be in most Chinese shop you can find, but it's quite tricky. That I can't find in local supermarket. But that's mostly refer to Chinese sticky rice or Thai sticky rice. Sticky rice mostly be used for you can tonify spleen. When I say rice wine, most rice wines also made out of the sticky rice, not the normal rice. You can see here, sticky rice is sweet and warm. As I mentioned previously, the food or the herbal ingredients, that's the nature is not neutral. You can't eat every day. That's also why sticky rice you can't eat every day because it's warm in nature. If you eat every day, it's just going to accumulate the heat in the body. It may result in excessive heat. The functions tonify the middle jiao and benefit qi, strengthen the spleen and stop diarrhea, reduce urination, stop sweating, detoxificate. Indications: diarrhea due to spleen and stomach deficiency with cold and vomiting, 消渴 and diuresis, spontaneous sweating, hemorrhoid. Preparation methods: you can use decoction, you can make into pills or bowls, smaller bowls. You can make into flour or porridge or external application. So as you can see here, it also can be used for diarrhea, but this is warm. So for diarrhea due to coldness, sticky rice is actually better than normal rice. The sticky rice powder. For chronic diarrhea due to spleen deficiency and poor appetite, you can use sticky rice. You soak them overnight and drain them, and then it stir-fries over low heat until the sticky rice become yellow and brown, and then you grind them into powder. Then with this sticky rice, you add 山药, 芡实, and white pepper. These are herbal medicine, and then you mix well, and then take 1 tablespoon every morning. This can help for chronic diarrhea. Contraindications: not suitable for individuals with dampness, with heat, phlegm accumulation, or spleen deficiency with dampness. The reason is because sweet itself can accumulate or can generate dampness. Warm will induce heat. So that's why the patient that suffer from dampness, phlegm, and heat is not suitable. With fever, cough with yellow phlegm, also heat, jaundice, also heat. So this type of patient we should avoid, or we can advise the patient to eat less. Wheat, sweet and cool, enters the heart, spleen, and kidney meridians. The functions: tonifies the heart, tonify the kidney, dispel irritability, relieve thirst. It can be used for irritability, it can be used for 消渴, it can be used for diarrhea, bleeding due to trauma, and burns. Decoction, flour, porridge, external agents. So we can apply wheat flour to external bleeding. For irritability, palpitations, insomnia, night sweats, or spontaneous sweating, we can make wheat porridge. We use rich wheat flour, or you decode the wheat flour and take the decoction. You add rice, 大枣 dates, and water. Ingestion. Cook them together, consume 2 to 3 times a day. You also can make them into decoction directly. 干麦大枣汤, 甘草, 1 whole bowl medicine, wheat and 大枣. And this formula, 甘麦大枣汤, so you can see the ingredients, 甘草, dates, and wheat. This decoction, this formula was first recorded in 伤寒杂病论. So this has been used more than 1,800 years. It's specifically for patients suffer from irritability, anxiety. We can use these, especially for females, women who go through menopause, have all those irritability. Then we can use 甘麦大枣汤. Barley, sweet and cool, enters the spleen, kidney meridians. You can tonify the spleen, harmonize stomach, and promote diuresis. It can be used for abdominal distension, poor digestion, and difficulty urination. You can decoct and make powders or ethanol apply. You can use for deficient cold because it's cool, the nature, so you can use it in the cold condition. For post-meal abdominal distension, we can stir fry barley flour until the fragrance and take 1 tablespoon each time. For painful urination, you can boil 150 grams of barley in water and into 250 ml of liquid. Then drink the liquid. You also can add ginger and honey. Sorghum, sweet, astringent, and warm. Enter spleen, stomach, and lung meridians. Tonify spleen, stop diarrhea, dispel phlegm, relieve cough, calm the spirits, or calm the mind. So it can be used for diarrhea due to spleen deficiency, it can be used for vomiting or diarrhea, poor digestive function, cough cause phlegm dampness. Insomnia with excessive dreaming, you also can use into decoction or powder. For children with poor digestive function, you can use sorghum, 30 grams, and dates, 10 pieces. Remove the seeds of dates and stir fry until brown. Stir fry sorghum until yellow, and mix both ingredients, grind into powder. The dosage under the age of 2 years old, 60 grams per dose twice a day, and above 2 years old, 9 grams per dose twice a day. For cough, we can use 15 to 25 grams and sugar. You can steam with sugar until fully cooked. You also can use diuresis, sorghum, and then 100 grams. 香飘消 is 1 whole bowl medicine. You 20 grams, and then you're going to boil them together, make the decoction. So that these are actually quite typical as the combination between food and herbal ingredients. Use the decoction as a base to prepare porridge. So for example here, you can use the decoction and then to prepare porridge. This porridge can be rice porridge or sticky rice porridge. Millets, sweet, salty, and cool. Enters the spleen, stomach, and kidney meridians. It can harmonize middle jaw. You can tonify kidney, dispel heat, and detoxifies. It can be used spleen stomach deficiency with heat, vomiting, or abdominal distension, poor appetite, or diarrhea. Also can be used for Schalke. It can decoction, porridge, or ethanol application. Millets is quite commonly used, and also because the color is yellow, so it can tonify. It go to the spleen. That's also why it enter the spleen meridian. It tonify the kidney. From the theory, we actually understand the relationship between kidney and the spleen. So kidney is the in nature the phenomenon that I said is the kidney is similar to the fire, and then the spleen is similar to the cooker. So when you cook your food in kitchen, you have the fire from your stove and then the cooker above. So when you tonify kidney, you also can tonify the spleen. That's why you can use for spleen and stomach deficiency, because also tonify spleen, tonify kidney, you also harmonize the middle jaw, you also enter the spleen and stomach meridian. So this one specifically or most suitable for someone suffer from spleen and kidney deficiency. When people suffer from spleen and kidney deficiency, they may have loose stool, they may have diarrhea at dawn, so in the early morning. Oat millets can help for irritability, stop diarrhea, and promote diuresis. And sometimes stop diarrhea and promote diuresis also together. To stop diarrhea and promote diuresis, you just need to think about it that if you promote urination, the water is come out of urination, then you have less water in the large intestine. That's exactly how we stop diarrhea. This also applied to the herbal medicine treatments. That's how to stop diarrhea. In herbal medicine treatment, we can stop diarrhea by tonifying the spleen and stomach, but we also can stop diarrhea by induce urination, because we take the water out of the body from urine and then reduce the water in the large intestine. For spleen and stomach qi deficiency, the symptoms, for example, patients have poor digestion, vomiting or lack of appetite, and thirst. So we can grind 500 grams of millets into flour and mix water to form small pearls. Steam until fully cooked, and then the usage. You can consume the pearls with lightly salty water. Stomach heat with thirst. Eat cooked millet or drink millet porridge to relieve stomach heat. The next one is maize. Maize is also quite an important food in the Western world. And maize, sweet and neutral, enters the stomach and large intestine meridians. The function of maize is harmonize middle jaw, improve appetite, promotes diuresis and reduce edema. Indications: poor appetite, difficulty urination and edema, kidney stones. Consume too much maize over an extended period may lead to the accumulation of dampness, which can impair the spleen function. So we should not eat maize too much for a long period. For difficulty urination and edema, the ingredients: maize flour and sanyao, Chinese yam, 60 grams. Mix the flour and make it into porridge. So mix these two and make porridge. For hypertension and hyperlipidemia, prepare the decoction using the comb silk. So there the comb silk. We actually ask the patient to drink the decoction from comb silk. May cause diarrhea in individuals with spleen deficiency. Job's tears, or in Chinese, 意义人. Job's tears is sweet, bland, and slightly cold. These are very important ingredients for diuretics. These are also this also considered as medicine as well. So you actually can find these in Chinese medicine pharmacy. The function: dispel dampness and strengthen spleen function, relieve ligament pain, and elevates B syndrome, clear heat and dispel pus. So it can be used for edema, difficulty urination, damp wound diseases, and then diarrhea, abdominal leukorrhea, B syndrome, and spiral, lung and intestine inflammation. You can use decoction, you can use pills, we can make it into powder, or you can soak it in the wine, make it in porridge or cook soup. And basically from here you can see the functions and indications. Most of them are actually related to diuresis, so reduce water in the body. So that's why, for example, edema, difficulty urination, diarrhea, you induce the urination, so you can reduce the water retention in the body. Even abnormal leukorrhea, so this is actually the abnormal discharge in females, and this also due to excessive water in the body. So we also can use this to reduce. To strengthen spleens, because Job's tears is cold, so as you see here, slightly cold. So the cold food or cold ingredients will damage the spleen, because spleen does not like coldness. So, but we still want the function of Job's tears to induce urination. So what we can do, we can stir fry Job's tears. So for example, to strengthen spleen, we can stir fry. To dispel dampness, clear heat, dispel pus of a B syndrome, we can use raw Job's tears. For B syndrome, due to damp heat, Job's tears and sticky rice, we can prepare the wine. So this is what mentions that you produce the infused wine with herbal medicine, Job's tears and sticky wine. Or Job's tears with rice wine, make a decoction. So these two are, so this one you're going to produce the wine with Job's tears. This one you're going to take certain portion of the Job's tears and then you add rice wine, and then you're going to make decoction. For diarrhea due to spleen deficiency, then you can use Job's tears flour and rice, make it porridge. You also can use Job's tears and 白扁豆. This is also a kind of bean that can tonify spleen. You can prepare a decoction. The patient can drink the decoction. And then for large intestine inflammation, 薏附子败酱散. So this is actually the one formula, the name of the formula. The ingredient including Job's tears, 附子, and 败酱草. We're going to prepare the decoction. This ingredient and this formula also recorded in 伤寒杂病论. So here it says 金匮要略. This is the second volume of 伤寒杂病论. And this also have been used for more than 1,800 years. Kidney deficiency, kidney, spleen insufficiency and qi deficiency, pregnancy, we don't use that much. Sweet potato. Sweet and neutral enters the spleen, kidney meridians, tonify the middle jaw, harmonize the blood, tonifies qi, and increases fluid production. The indications include edema due to spleen deficiency, diarrhea, constipation. So for diarrhea due to dampness, for excessive echo assumption, you can growth sweet potato. For night blindness, you can use sweet potato, preferably red purple, skin with yellow inner flesh, and rice. You can cook the sweet potato porridge and tonify the lung qi and increase fluid. You can use sweet potato with white skin and white inner flesh to tonify lung qi. The reason also because of the white color go to the lung. So in the 5 elements, that's why we prefer the white inner flesh. You also can add some ginger while cooking. For dampness, for qi stagnation, for food stagnation or food retention, you should use be careful. Don't over consume these. Potato, sweet and neutral, enters the stomach and large intestine meridians. The function of sweet potato harmonizes the stomach and strengthens the middle jaw, detoxifies and reduces swelling, stop pain and skin problems, bones swelling due to inflammation, so even skin swelling. Not suitable for individuals with spleen deficiency, especially for those prone to diarrhea. So traditionally, if it is sprouted, you should not eat them. So traditionally. Sanyao is Chinese yam, sweet and neutral, enter the spleen, lung, and kidney meridians. So this is one of the cuisine I show you in the first recording. That's the Chinese yam with black mushroom. Tonifies the spleen and lung because the whites also go to the lung. Strengthen the kidney and nourish the axons. Spleen deficiency, lung deficiency, kidney deficiency. You can tonify it, you can use raw. You also can stir fry. For example, for poor appetite due to spleen deficiency, you can use Chinese yam, baizhu, herbal medicine, ginseng, 3 grams. And you can grind them into powder, mixed with wheat flour, cooking into a paste. Fall into small pearls, and so you actually can make them into like desserts or small bowls or pearls. For diuresis, sanyao and fulin. Fulin had the function to induce urination. Sanyao can tonify the spleen. So you see the combination of these two. You mix them grind into fine powder. Not suitable for individuals with food stagnation. Taro root, sweet, pungent, and neutral. Enter the stomach meridian. Strengthens the spleen. Detoxifies. Spleen deficiency and fatigue, poor appetite, and 消渴, various skin diseases. So we can use for bone pain, arthritis, skin inflammation, or insect bites. You can use the roots grind to a paste, mix with oil or vinegar, and apply alternately. Excessive consumption may cause qi stagnation. So these are very brief introduction of the most grains and some other common food, grains or the primary food that we can see in most local supermarkets. In the next session, we're going to continue our discussion on the vegetables.